Last time on Crown of the Kobold King, our heroes find out that the squid creatures are from the Shadow Plane, and so is Monet. The group then heads into the room where the colonel was killed. Acting with haste, they forgot that the worg is known for setting traps. Rootmore and Monet get slammed by an axe trap as they enter, and the beast emerged from the shadows behind them. Scarab quickly throws a ready junk bomb at the worg, and the damage was massive, nearly killing it with one blow. The weakened, blinded creature then took a hit from Rootmoore and finished itself off by critically failing an attack and biting its own arm off. Our heroes then decide to head back to Falcon's Hollow, this time with the beast's head. Our story continues now!
You make it back to town in late afternoon. You make your way back to the lower markets, attempting to sell off the goods you procured on your most recent adventure. After selling your goods you've acquired, what do you aim to purchase?
Papa's looking for a gun upgrade.
Yeah, Scarab's going to use some of the party's money to upgrade his weapon with a potency rune +1. Mom, that's going to make it easier for me to land hits when I roll my die.
Yes, and I will do the same with my Warhammer. +1 to hit. It's perfect. Sell these heavy artisan tools. It hurts. It's heavy.
Yeah.
20 pounds. I can't handle it.
And I will spend my money helping Rudy get his upgrade.
Thank you, Door Crusher.
Monet is fine.
Good, everyone claps.
Magic.
Yes.
Yes.
I do use magic. My name is Monet. We've been over this.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go to the markets and just play around with my sausage. See if anybody wants to buy.
Right. Good.
Try to make some money?
Maybe. I don't know how to do that.
Is it nighttime, daytime? Have we slept yet?
By the time you finish your shopping, the sun is beginning to set, and so you are finding yourselves in the twilight hours of day.
Do we want to do the quest putting in the morning?
Yeah.
Turn in our quest tomorrow and just like find a place to sleep tonight.
Rootmoore holding the warg's head by one ear. I have to sleep with this, you mean?
Well, unless the sheriff is open, we might want to stuff that behind a rock or something.
Be afraid to lose it, because I don't have money to sleep inside.
Yeah, well,
What time did we say it is? I wasn't listening.
it's late.
It's late.
Sun goes down.
The twilight hours of the day, some might say.
Okay. Stuff it in my grill. It's fine. Won't cook it. Just security.
Do you want to try to earn any income?
I could do that. Trying to read it really quick.
How good is your crafting?
Crafting is +4.
Oh, you know what, brother? We could just walk over to the sheriff's office, slap that baby on his desk, and say, "Hey, you think we could get a room somewhere?"
Yes, I feel like he might pay us.
Give that a shot. Might as well if you're going to be sleeping in the streets.
He's probably open. He's a sheriff. What, do you think he closes at night? Everything's fine and dandy at night? I doubt it.
Never.
Won't know unless we go and check, I suppose.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's see if...
Yeah, I'll sell my sausages after that.
You can give your sausage to the sheriff.
It might be a little too late to sell sausages after that.
Maybe.
You know, weigh your options wisely.
So let's get rid of this head. It's dripping. It's gross. It's everywhere. To the sheriff's office.
Then, before long, you find yourself in front of the sheriff's door.
Whoa!
Yeah, Scarab's going to walk up to the door. He's going to swing it open. He's going to step in. He's going to keep that door open so you can bring that nasty head in here without it getting on the door itself. You know,
Oh, thank you.
the blood and all that. It's probably pretty gross.
Yes, it's dripping. It's nasty.
Hello, Sheriff. Come on in, Rudy.
Ah, yes. Good sheriff. I spoke to you earlier, a couple days ago.
He's not in here.
It's an empty
I
room.
feel dumb.
It's closed for the night. Yeah, so as you burst in, Sheriff Baleson is behind his desk once again with a glass of neat scotch, and he is in the midst of writing something, and he sets it aside and stands up to greet you. Yes, welcome back, my friends. Please have a seat. A drink, maybe.
Oh, thank you.
He pours you a small
For free, right?
glass of scotch. 35 gold, actually.
Take my warhammer.
You can have my gun.
Thank you, that will do.
Thirsty.
I'll put it next to my axe. So he pours 2, 3,
I'll have a drink, yes.
the 3 of you a finger of scotch each in short glasses, and arranges chairs from the office around his desk before he gestures towards you to drink and sits down. Welcome back, please. Pray tell, any news of Druingar?
Give the sheriff head.
Yeah, Rootmoore just holds the head up by an ear, just dangling from his hand.
Your beast.
The sheriff is visibly confused. This is no dwarf.
No, but as far as we can put together, this is the thing that killed the dwarves. And all of your, lumber mill workers.
Oh, so you've spoken with Yarblin then?
Yes, this is the talking wolf that everyone was talking about.
Look, we know that we gotta go talk to those guys, but we were helping for lodging. We're broke.
He rubs his forehead for a moment, a little bit in disbelief. The city itself has put no bounty on this beast, but the Lumber Consortium, I'm sure, would at least be grateful for your ending of their terror. The loggers will no doubt be able to return to work in short order and be unmolested as they do so, so that in itself holds value. And he picks up the grotesque warg head and puts it behind his desk.
Sorry the head is squished. I hit it with a hammer.
Very good.
Very good.
Well, I apologize. I don't have a reward for you, per se, but in lieu of your deed for the town, I suppose I could put you up for the night in the local inn. I could at least afford you a room for the night for the people who would risk themselves. And then perhaps you could garner the reward from the Lumber Consortium in the morning.
So you'll give it back then?
If... No?
Oh, how do we prove to them that we...
You require a letter of legitimacy to your claim.
Yes.
I would be happy to supply that, as well as dispose of this.
Can you take a picture of it? Put it on the letter.
I take it what now?
You need a bard to draw it and speak of it in the taverns for everyone to know.
Yes.
I don't want to do that, so tell you what. Since you are still under my employ on finding the remains or the whereabouts of Druingar, I will put you up for the night on good faith. And he, gives you back the head. He says, you can worry about this, as he gestures at you.
I mean, we don't need it back yet. Just maybe in the morning.
No, I'd rather not hold on to it. But I thank you nonetheless. Even if it is not a direct service to the people of this town, it is a direct service to our means of earning income. So, do you intend to return to the ruin? Have you learned anything of Druingar?
That was exactly the next point. For tonight, we just need to rest. Then we can take this head to those assholes in the Lumber Consortium. From there, we can go back to the ruins, because as far as we have found out, Druingar was there. For sure, without a doubt. Dwarves, dwarves, dwarves.
So he made
Yes.
it to the ruin.
We found
Oh,
his,
yeah.
his coat, his hat. He wrote his name in his hat like he was in kindergarten or something.
Didn't want to lose it, and it was still there.
On a table.
Well, that is equal parts reassuring and troubling.
Hey, we got rid of this guy so we can hopefully look around the rest of the ruins in safety.
And get rid of that guy.
Yeah, this guy killed two of Scarab's friends.
Both of them! You saw them. They're not here anymore. They're dead.
He looks down and begins scribbling something on a piece of paper while you talk. And anything else at all?
My pig got big! The pig got bigger! Probably from all the food and fighting. Outside of that, I'm not sure.
They're ocean creatures as well.
Oh! Beasts from the nether. In a chapel.
Please do go on. Beasts from the nether.
Shadow creatures. Above ground. In the temples. Things that are not supposed to be there.
What sort of things?
Undead dwarves. Undead kobold.
Ghosts?
Yes. Spirits. Followers of Torag. All dwarves. In a chapel. They appeared for a moment and then vanished.
He leans back in his chair and he takes a small drink. So the rumors are true. There was a rumor around town that somewhere within the ruins of Droskar's Crab roamed a dwarven ghost.
Oh,
Many. There were quite a few. They were singing.
It's almost like the temple came back to life when we entered. Life in death.
who spoke of these ghosts?
No one in particular, just rumors around town. Hunters, other explorers, people who have come and gone, though no one really ventures out that far anymore, hence my need of you, fine adventurers.
There is still a bottom level in that crucible we haven't checked.
It was being guarded by this beast.
Well, troubling as that is, it changes nothing. I thank you for that which you have done so far, and I wish you luck on that which you have yet to do. In the meantime, please, take this, and he hands you a piece of paper. This is a writ, a request, as it were, from the city to the sitting duck. Bring this to Ergen, and she will see that you are fed, that you have had your fill of drink, and that you have a warm bed to rest in at night. I hope tomorrow when you set out, that you may finally put to rest this town's mystery.
By Torag, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for your trust in my company.
And your other friends?
Oh, they're dead. Straight dead. Yep, all of them obliterated. Not even left with a wedding ring.
Holds up
The wedding ring.
the wedding ring, slips it back in his pocket.
No trace of my good friends.
Then your journey was not without peril. I'm sorry for your loss. He raises up his glass. To those lost, and those yet to be found.
Cheers.
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 Good luck.
Is he hot?
It's a little hot. A little bit.
I think he had a mustache. I think he looked like a good old, like a young sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, no much.
He's got that Giga Chad chin line.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
no, go.
He looks like Handsome Squidward if Handsome Squidward were an elf with a faux hawk.
Yeah, he ain't bad. He ain't bad at all.
He's definitely not unfortunate looking. He has several scars.
Scars are good.
Scars are good.
Like Garrus Vicarian
Mm-hmm.
from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Why are you laughing?
Because Scarab already left.
Yeah, this is a conversation that Monet is having with the sheriff.
Yeah.
See yourself out.
Oh, Sheriff. Sausage on me. Slaps the sausage down on the desk.
Hot, steaming, beautiful looking sausage.
Is it cooked already?
It's cooked. It's not warm, obviously, but like...
Just like body
Not
warm?
even from your body?
Yeah, I guess body warm, sure. Why not?
Is it sun dried? Is it a Slim Jim?
It's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Make some jerky.
Yes.
It's a summer sausage. Oh, yeah. A summer sausage. Slap that on the table.
That just means it was cooked by nature.
Well, I am very busy, as you can imagine.
Right.
I thank you for your time, and if you find anything, please do not hesitate to visit.
And the same
Yes.
to you.
Right? Good night, all of you.
Bye-bye.
I love you too. It sounded like you said I love you. I'm sorry. I'll go.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh,
I love you.
I,
Good night. I love you.
So you step out, you find yourself on the streets. Once again, sun at this point is cresting. What you want to do?
Rootmoore is going to the duck.
Oh, the duck hole.
Yeah, the duck hole, yes. But the main building, not the poo-poo room.
Not the luxury resort in the
No.
back.
Yes, the sitting duck.
Yeah, let's just take these drink tickets. Have fun. Call it a night. Continue tomorrow with our quest.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't finish my drink in the sheriff's office.
Come back inside the office and he's just each of the 3 glasses. Stressful job.
All right, have fun. Meet me in the morning.
No, I'm on my way with you.
No, I'm coming too.
I'm coming too. It's just, damn, you know? You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, I know.
Oh, if you want to get your
Gotcha.
jollies, that's not at the Sitting Duck. We need to head west.
Ah, what is west?
Porn. Live porn.
Okay.
Okay.
Say no more.
Maybe we can take these Sitting Duck and drink tickets over to the brothel. Oops, got turned around. Free lap dance. For killing a warg. Sheriff said it. I promise. Go ask him yourself.
All right, so you make your way to the sitting duck.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to do while you're here?
Get a lap dance! Where are the honeys? I'm small, but I'm spry.
This horn dog is going to bed.
And this girl is also gonna go to bed separately.
Yes, me too, separately.
Okay. So you walk in and you see Ergen again behind the counter, and you present her with your writ from the sheriff, who directs you to 3 adjacent rooms on the 2nd floor. You make your way up there, each taking your room and bedroom, and you bed down for the night.
Very nice. Nice little inn table. Book of Mormon. Never heard of it.
Yeah, Monet would like to check the Bible.
roll. I don't even know you'd roll for that.
Religion.
Roll religion, see if God blesses you with the 20.
Roll religion, none of it makes any sense. No, roll cult.
Yeah. Yeah. What if? You never know. You never know what you'll find in a Bible. I found $200.
That'll win all of our listeners from Utah.
Here, let me roll. Yeah. So that's a 16.
6.
Pretty good, eh?
Eh?
Yeah, from your understanding of how these things work, you give the inn-provided book of religion a experimental shake, and a single silver drops out from it,
Hell yeah.
Nice. Damn.
as well as a small note that says, "Pay it forward."
Damn it.
Just leave a couple of bullets. An arrow. A week's rations.
Monet just kind of like,
In a book.
Yeah, press it in a book.
Monet does like a little fist pump, like, yes, I knew it.
Yeah, robbed of religion.
And then puts it in her coin purse.
You bed down for the night, and you begin to slip into the silent and restful state of dreaming. However, in the middle of the night, you begin to hear what sounds like a dull throng of yelling, some crashing from downstairs, and Scarab, you are awoken abruptly as your door is kicked open.
What the fuck?
As you awake with a start and stare up before you at the foot of your bed and around gathering are angry villagers carrying torches. They immediately grab you as they begin to shout obscenities at you, calling you murderer, kidnapper, thief, monster, and they drag you from your bed. The other 2 of you are awoken as this happens. But as you hear this noise going on, Scarab, you begin to be dragged down the stairs and out the front of the tavern.
So you lied.
About what?
About us being safe. About us getting safe rest in town. You lied.
It is
You're a
safe.
liar.
It's safe rest. You guys didn't get hurt.
Keep going, Cody. I want to see what's going on.
Well, the 2 of you have awoken abruptly to the sound of what is your neighbor on either side having their door kicked in, the screaming and yelling of someone
Do we
in
hear
an outrage.
Scarab? Is Scarab saying anything?
Yeah, Rootmoore grabs his hammer and his grill and comes out of his room.
As you rush to investigate the noise, you see the last trailings of people heading down the stairs and out of the tavern. Scarab, you're
I'd be
being
happy to try to escape.
you're more than
If I
welcome to
can.
try. Yeah,
Immediately.
yeah. Go ahead and roll me. What is that? An escape check. Escape artist.
What is that? So I got a feat that says I have slippery prey, which makes it to where I can slip out of being grabbed easier. And it says I'm trained in acrobatics or athletics.
So either
Yes.
athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I would like to use an acrobatics. At being grabbed out of the bed. Of course. 9.
The front doors of the tavern burst open as the crowd parades you through the street, and all of them are shouting in a nearly unintelligible rage. Monster, thief, murderer, burn the kobold, they say, as they parade you down into the middle of town to an erected pole to which there has been set dried thatch beneath. They move you up to the pole. Several arms grab and pull at you as they begin to tie your limbs behind the pole.
As they're like walking,
I would be fighting this whole time?
Yeah, and like Monet
Yeah.
would be behind, being like, "What are you doing? What is going on here?"
Yes.
Like she wouldn't just be silently following behind.
No.
She would
Yeah.
probably be like grabbing at people, trying to pull them off of
The
him.
crowd,
I'm just waiting for you guys to tell me what the fuck is going on!
the crowd that the two of you are following is massive. You don't imagine. You can count and see that there's easily 30 to 40 villagers that have kind of swarmed around and are parading him in this way. So as you follow, you are trying to pull away. Go ahead and roll diplomacy.
I'm gonna kill all of you! I didn't do anything. I'm a good guy. I'll kill you all!
What do they want? Why are they doing this to me?
This is scary. Oh.
12.
What are you doing? He's done nothing to you.
But,
He's
like,
done nothing but help.
she'd be trying to like push her way through the crowd to get up close to him,
Yes.
and like trying to pull people away and off of him.
17 diplomacy.
I'll start killing villagers if I have to.
Cowards, all of you. You're better than that. Let him go. Does it take 30 of you to take down a little man?
Where's the sheriff?
Bastard probably did this.
Yeah, now that I think back on what he looks like a little slimy.
This is ridiculous. I'm always down for a barbecue, but
I want to know why it's happening.
I kind of know this guy.
Rootmoore, as you begin to implore with some people of the crowd, one of them turns to you and says, "Someone's kidnapped Cobra and Jabs, the town's butcher. They found kobold tracks near his home in the backyard."
Well, what if it was human tracks? Would you go down and just arrest any random human? This is a random attack.
He gives you a look of disgust and
Point.
shrugs away from you as he moves in with the rest of the crowd.
Those scenes where there is a crowd of people and the protagonist is like fucking like grabbing people's faces and pushing them backwards. That's what Monet is doing right now. She is like swimming through this crowd
Yes.
to get up to him.
You force your way towards the front of the crowd as it begins to circle around this pole that has been erected, and you fight your way to the front of the crowd, and you too, I assume, Rootmoore.
Oh, yeah.
And you find yourself standing between the crowd and Scarab strapped to a pole. The crowd is spitting, jeering, and yelling at all of you in his direction, touting torches that bounce in the night. Again, screams of murderer, kidnapper, thief, destroyer, monster, burn the lizard.
Can I scan the crowd to see if there's a sheriff in town?
Yeah,
Yeah. I want to do that.
yeah, roll for perception. What do the other two do?
I feel like Monet would immediately just go up and start trying to pull him off the pole.
Yeah. While you're doing that, Rootmoore is going to stand guard and make sure nobody tries to stop you from releasing him.
As she's doing that, she will like growl out and cover herself in stone as she goes to rip him from the pole.
About to start killing people in this town.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
mean,
I was saying.
Rootmoore's got his hammer and his grill. He's armed. He's ready to go. Anybody comes close, he starts swinging.
God, I'm getting bad rolls. 18 to see if I can see the sheriff or somebody.
She has no diplomacy and
So-
no intimidation.
The two of you find yourselves, well, all of you are in a terrible situation, but the two of you, namely, find yourselves in a tight situation because on one end, your friend is being accused of something, and on the other, are you going to start innocently slaughtering villagers? As you take defensive postures between yourselves and Scarab, some of the more, shall we say, angry farmers begin brandishing pitchforks in rage. Confusion among the townsfolk begins erupting over with words, people saying, "Traitors! They're with them! They're the ones what took the butcher!"
You're all stupid fucking racists!
That's pretty racist. Racist. Waves his finger across the crowd.
Amazing how fear controls you like little sheep. You don't even ask questions. Just go after the first little lizard man you see.
I think the only person in this party that has any ounce of charisma is in fact Scarab.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm allowed to use it.
Because like,
Hey, I didn't do it!
she has no charisma, no intelligence. No, she's got some intelligence, but no charisma at all. She's just strong and uses magic. And she's just like, this is dumb, this is stupid.
Yeah, Rootmoore's got charisma, but he's not using it right now. Fuck these cowards.
Do I see the sheriff with an 18?
As your eyes begin to scan the crowd, you look back and forth, trying to find anything aside from the sea of angry faces spitting curses in your direction, before you see people being shouldered aside, and you do in fact see the chiseled face of Sheriff Bilson. He makes his way to the front before calling out among the crowd, "What is the meaning of this?"
Oh, thank God. Gods, all of them.
All at once, the crowd begins to spout accusations and curses to Sheriff Baleson before he calls for order, ushering the crowd into silence, and you find yourselves standing strangely in this clearing surrounded by hostile, angry, and scared faces in silence as the sheriff stands.
I see Monet like on top of the like pyre with Scarab, like just slapping people's like pitchforks away, like angrily, as she like fumbles with the binds. Is like grabbing his wrists and pulling at them.
Far be it from me to remind you that this is a place of civility and decency, not a place of uproar where we go and tear people from their beds, drag them out in the middle of the night, kicking and screaming to burn them. This is a place of justice. We are not the wilds we oversought. Who makes a claim against this man? Several villagers stand forward, each claiming in protest the loss of the town's butcher, Mr. Colburn Jabs, gone missing just this evening, only noticed by his neighbor, who said he heard a struggle in the night, and when he went to investigate, that Colburn's backyard was laden with tracks made by small draconic footprints. The town has been on edge. This is enough. We know the kobolds have gone more brazen, that they have attacked. We know of the wolf that has tried to stop our progress harvesting the forest. These are the very same adventurers just this evening who brought me that wolf's head. And you would claim them the ones responsible. The crowd is silent.
Dumbasses.
We're the ones doing something for you people. You want to drag someone out of their bed? Drag your masters.
Points off at the mansion.
Almost as if on cue, a light thudding in the dirt gives way to none other than Payday.
There you are, big boy.
Well. Good as a good old-fashioned execution, eh? Why are we here? What crime has the guilty stand for?
Apparently, they're missing a butcher.
And there
We
is
need a butcher so bad, I make sausage.
Not now, Rudy. There is no guilty party here.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So why is he tied to a pole about to be set on fire?
Well, he won't be set ablaze unless he's convicted before a jury of his peers.
These are
He
not
motions
his
to the crowd.
peers.
This is judgment for Falcon's Hollow. The creeds know. No crime goes unpunished. Bilson touts his axe up to his shoulder. There should be honor. There should be a trial. There must be a way to prove this man's guilt before he's set aflame. We are not barbarous peoples of the wilds.
His innocence.
Oh.
Then I shall stand as judge and juror.
That's bullshit.
This is payday. Look at him. Big guy. You want to let me down, fella?
He points to the crowd. One of you, bring me a chair and a gavel. Before long, the crowd produces a stool that he seats his massive rear end on, and they place a small wooden block before him and give him a small wooden hammer.
What is this kangaroo court?
Very well. If you are not guilty, if you have nothing to hide for the loss of our dear, dear butcher, make your case. Where were you when the butcher disappeared?
I was either sleeping or killing the thing that you told me to kill.
Oh, a very righteous and convenient excuse. Tell me, was anyone in the room resting with you?
I was.
And you were in the room present?
Yes.
Roll deception.
This is really bad.
Pee-pee! Pee-pee!
It's not even worth it.
Yeah, it is if they're not gonna...
It's not, because I get a negative.
Shit, then give me that back. You're gonna get me killed.
Let's see. Oh, wow. 16.
Okay.
16. That could be the case. Does anyone here have evidence to the contrary?
You know there are more than one kobold, right?
There's a whole tribe of kobolds in those woods.
And they're kind of pissed at you guys for what you're doing to the woods. We're trying to help.
I have evidence. Standing forward is Ergen Talk. I have here a writ from Sheriff Bailson. A room each for our adventurers. If they each had a room, what reason would the dwarf have to spend the night with the kobold?
He's in love with him.
Yes.
The crowd murmurs.
I heard him myself. We were in those ruins yesterday, and he called him baby.
Though I disagree with all of this, that did happen.
Baby, I don't know. Well,
Don't you see?
Is it therefore your testimony before the court that you are in fact a witness?
I was with him all day and all night.
Shut the hell up, Ergen, what the hell?
He's missing.
And you think my little ass did this?
We spent a good amount of time last night in the office with the sheriff.
My friends died for you people.
I would speak on their behalf, says Bailson. I have only known them a short time, but they have been honorable, only seeking to do what they can for us, the good folk of Falcon's Hollow. They have struck out 3 times now, into the wilds, into Droskar's crucible where none go now. They have battled beasts, spilled blood, lost their own, and yet they come back. Why would anyone do such a thing, if they only sought to harm us? See reason, people of Falcon's Hollow.
And see the reasons nobody wants to come back here.
And why would we bring all this attention on ourselves if we wanted to do something sneaky and cowardly, like take someone in the night?
I chose to sleep in a bed last night because we had a victory. I don't need to sleep in this town. Why would I kill someone and then sleep in the town?
Why, indeed.
Oh, you, though.
What other evidence do we put forward against the accused?
What evidence do you have that it is this specific kobold when there is a tribe of kobolds in those woods just beyond?
And what evidence do you offer forward that this one of them is not in fact one of them?
What time did your butcher go missing?
Witnesses. A few of the townsfolk stand forward, giving various accounts of what they witnessed in the backyard. It's not much, really. So many people have been through that yard after the happenings that much of the evidence has been trampled. But one of them, the neighbor to Butcher Colbrin, says that he saw, after he heard screaming in the night, him being carried away by kobolds. This is the only evidence they have.
Listen, the kobolds, they are called the True Scales. If we find a True Scale, they will deny that Scarab is part of their tribe.
Easy, we hate each other. I don't like kobolds any more than any of you do.
We met one yesterday.
Coward. Idiot.
You who saw the kobolds carrying away your butcher, did any single one of them have golden scales?
He's a middle-aged man, balding. He looks nervous at the entire situation as it unfolded.
And a stone woman is yelling at him.
Choose your words wisely.
Well, no, none of them had golden scales.
Dumbass!
There's no really a reason as why that would remove him from blame, but...
What color is your skin?
Well, that's racist.
And what color are your kin? It's as easy as that. If you want to make it racist, we can make it racist, but I'm gold because of the gold dragons!
I never made a claim against you, friend.
Well, here I am about to die!
I saw you make trade with Colbrin many a time. He turns to the crowd. I don't know why a traveller who's come before, back again. This is Scarab, friend trader. He should not be held guilty.
Scarab looks to the sky, trying to put on his best angle.
Monet, throws her hands up, even your, sole main witness does not think that this kobold did it.
Whether or not this one was the one responsible is irrelevant. If he goaded his kin into taking one of our own, then we should seek righteous justice upon them all.
Now you're just making shit up.
This would just be the first of many.
You're not looking for justice. You're looking for murder.
Oh, my dear lady. Tholdren Creed and his kind do not deal in murder. Is the accused to be charged?
No.
Baleson speaks up. I would place a life debt. I will take his place. If they can prove that they were not the ones responsible, then that will be that. And if not, if they should... He turns to you to look. If they should flee and leave Falcon's Hollow behind, then I will be at the mercy of the court.
Fucking stupid. You're all dumbasses.
Sheriff Baleson. Well, this is a most noble act. Such generosity from someone who's only ever been so standoffish. Then the court will grant your mercy. A life debt. Untie the kobold. The crowd moves in, and before long you are set free. But if you are unable to rid us of these non-allied kobolds that you claim, then I'm afraid your poor sheriff's sacrifice will have been in vain.
I want to rip your fucking face off, you piece of shit.
Very well. Creed will hear of this, and it will be known. This court is adjourned, and its ruling is law. Payday stands up, knocking over the stool he's on, and he waddles off into the night. The crowd begins to disperse until you are left alone, the three of you, and Sheriff Baleson.
Sheriff,
Is this an every night kind of jamboree? Like,
no.
Our skilled friend is right. There's been no mob justice in Falcon's Hollow for near 100 years.
Not since the hags. We need to defeat the creeds. We need to end creed control over this place.
You can't do that in one night.
Then I cannot promise you your life, Sheriff.
I know.
Wait, so we have one night?
No. Sorry. Don't read it that way. It's turn of phrase. Rome wasn't built in a day. That kind of deal.
it's like Colonel Kopp was telling the sheriff, revolution doesn't happen overnight, but it starts somewhere.
And it's always bad before it gets anywhere good.
Yep.
Even if a government is awful and corrupt, plucking it out just leaves a vacuum.
Damn. Well, I definitely have fears of working through the consortium. You think they'll still give us a reward?
How are we to fight these kobolds if we're not allowed to leave Falcon's Hollow?
It's through my offer that you are able to leave Falcon's Hollow. I will have to confine myself to my office. No doubt the creeds will send guard to make sure I do not leave. You will be free to come and go as long as my offering remains. They do not want you. While I assume that this has nothing or very little to do with the creeds, I have always been in their eye. There was no winning that trial. Payday wanted me, and it was only through me that you were able to go free.
Are you the only bastion for justice here?
I'm no bastion. Just a man with an axe and a sense for what's right. You'll have to do what you've already set out to do. Explore the Crucible. Rout the kobolds that have taken root. And hopefully you make it back in time to save my skin.
Mighty honorable of you. God damn it. What did I say?
God damn it.
God damn it.
Mighty
God
honorable.
dang right of you.
No, we will do this. I'll not let you down, Sheriff.
I really don't want to lose this place as a market through. The traffic is pretty good. I need to be able to sell here.
This is ridiculous.
They'll take this from me. He lifts his axe off of his shoulder, holding it down at his side. The creeds won't see me armed. It's cleaved more than a few in its fair day. Hopefully, it can do the same for you. And he holds it out to you.
Oh. Anybody gonna take it?
No?
Oh, thank you. Take good care of it.
Damn.
I hate mob justice.
It's gross.
It's always wrong.
Bunch of cowards. Bunch of sheeple.
We've lived our whole lives, striking out against the harsh outer world. By right, we shouldn't even be here. Sometimes we become comfortable with that, and there are times of peace even under tyranny. And other times, things beyond our control happen and the people are reminded of the cruel world around them. I believe in you. All of you.
Y'all hear this music? This man's gonna die.
No, I heard the music too, and I was like, "Oh, it's a good time for a little monologue."
For the listener, we're listening to Gandalf dying.
Fly, you fools!
That's so good.
Damn, man, you're taking it real serious. You're not dead yet. Give us a minute. We'll do our best. If there are two things I'm good at, it's selling stuff and running away. Oh, damn! Hope you guys are good at freeing this man.
And I'm all out of stuff to sell.
Yes. What's going on with this axe?
Yeah. Does it got any pluses? Is it good?
Is it good?
It is a +1 great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Sheriff, these kobold, have they ever made any demands?
None. Before you came back to town, there had been a resurgence, an uprising, if you will. The Outer Lands became hostile. We had heard before that kobolds had been nestling somewhere out in the Vale, but they kept to themselves for a while. And then months ago, they just resurged, striking out at traveler, forester, hunter, anyone. And then they retreated before you came back. We thought they were gone, or at the very least at peace.
Something is happening.
Something has happened. I fear it's only now that we're beginning to see what it truly is. Strange disease, angry monsters.
For them to come into a town, not in mass, it's very pointed.
Yeah, why kidnap? Why not steal?
And a butcher.
Exactly.
Perhaps we could look. I could take you to the butcher's house. You could see for yourselves.
Yes.
Sounds good. Like to compare my craft.
I'd like to finish sleeping first, though.
Yes, I'm not wearing any armor. My AC is 14 right
No, well,
now.
I'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. Thank you.
I'm not fully rested yet.
I got one sausage too many.
I mean, I guess
Oh.
if you don't have the time later.
I'll go.
I'd be happy to go with you now.
Okay.
I'm not a big baby.
That's fine.
There's no time limit, per se, but the Creeds will send their men for me soon.
So you're cool if we have 2 long rests before we leave town. I'm
Payday
really
waddles
tired.
very slowly, that is sure. So I imagine we have 3 days before they get the news.
It might suck, but please go outside. Please, oh God. Oh, they're sleeping in again. Crazy. I'm sure they have it on night number 3.
Yes, let's go check the butcher's house.
They still haven't left their hotel. Why haven't they helped me at all?
My God, I'm doomed.
I just have a question for you, Sheriff. Is there going to be combat at the butcher's house? Because if there is, like, I really should rest.
Well, I just gave away my axe, so I hope not.
Okay. It's a good sign.
It's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right. Okay.
Hey, it's either you die on the stick or you die at the butcher's house. So.
This dick. Sorry.
As you walk through the street in the night, he gradually leads you to a rather modest-looking cottage. In the front of it hangs a butcher's sign. It seems that the butcher works and lives in the same location. Surrounding the house is a small picket fence, barely waist-high. Even you, Scarab, are slightly taller than the fence.
So we're here. Scarab would like to, immediately start checking for kobold tracks, signs of, the whole 20.
Sheriff Bilson leads you over the over the fence or through the fence, depending on your height, towards the back. Mr. Barnes, he was the witness that spoke against you. Said he was the neighbor. Said that he saw kobolds dragging him off in the night. And as you begin to look around, go ahead and roll me a nature check. Or survival, rather.
Nature or survival?
Survival, expressly. I misspoke.
I got a 17.
I got a 10. I got a 10.
9.
Although, if I'm looking for... Not that I have, like, a specific kobold. Would I be able to do hunt prey on this prey to help me search for it? Or would I have to, like, find the track and then...
You could hunt prey from the track, or you could try to hunt prey on...
Like, if I knew if it was a named kobold, I'd be able to, like, focus on that kobold and possibly have that help me out against my knowledge. But I don't have, like, a specific... But yeah. I'll just wait until I find something concrete, I guess.
I mean, I think the way it works is if you find evidence of it, you can hunt prey on that.
Yes,
Yeah.
you could be like, these tracks, that's my prey, and then you could try to find out who they belong to.
I couldn't use it before those tracks necessarily.
Who are you currently tracking? Because you were on the warg before, who's now gone.
It was the warg. So now it would be whatever kobold or kobolds did this, but that's why I asked. I figure I would have to find the track before
Yes,
doing that. Yeah.
Bonus-wise, I got you. So what'd y'all get?
17.
10.
9.
Yeah, as you look around, you see that indeed there have been a lot of people coming through here. Likely whoever ended up carousing the mob led others here for evidence, and there are footprints all over this backyard that have muddied everything. But, Scarab, as you inspect, you do see at the edge of the yard towards the back that there are, in fact, kobold prints that appear to be dragging someone.
Okay.
Presumably this Mr. Colbrin. You also recognize this to be eerily similar to, although not the same as, the tracks you found originally at the camp at Ulis Mila's Circle. So it seems the same sort of MO. Couple kobolds ambush and surprise an individual, lock them down, and drag them away.
Okay, so next...
It's worth noting that the butcher's house is on the edge of the village,
Yeah.
and the tracks seem to lead underneath the fence and off into the wild, heading in the direction of the forest, the Vale.
So, yeah, we definitely have a path. We could check the house. Something I'm curious about is any signs of blood.
Roll me another. You can give me a perception on this one.
Okay.
10.
Yeah, all of you can. You can look for blood.
20.
Looking for blood.
Yeah, because because it seems like
27.
they're dragging away these people. It doesn't seem like they're killing them beforehand.
No, they need them alive.
What was that?
17.
Yeah, the two of you do end up spying amidst the mess in the yard. There is a small, what seems to be like a small spray of blood. Not enough to be lethal, but enough that you assume maybe somebody was
Probably, like,
bludgeoned over the back of the head.
yeah, a quiet down hit.
Are there any scales?
None. It seems whatever happened quickly and without evidence, aside from the small amount of blood.
Either these people are being dragged away for live feedings, or these kobold need a tradesman.
Could have something to do with the quest for eternal life. Maybe they're being experimented on.
The quest for eternal life.
Ah, yes. When I first came to town, I briefly mentioned to you, Sheriff, that Druengar, one of my distant cousins,
and he started writing a book in Absalom. Speaking of possible eternal life, and the answer was at the Crucible.
In the Crucible, living skeletons of dwarves. I fought them with my last party. And also deep in the woods, a zombified kobold.
Then there is more at play than we see. I know not what they need with a butcher or a huntsman.
We're pretty good at cutting.
It seems like they're just getting the easiest prey, as the butcher lives on the edge of town, the hunter was in the forest.
Next to the hag's house.
I wasn't there, this is all something Scarab told me.
I totally told him this on the way.
I remember that.
You were there too. Everyone in town. They should really know what we're up to.
I have no idea why they got so angry. They were there.
It's a whole thing. Live broadcast.
It's time for me to go. Find them. Find what they're up to. And stop it.
First thing in the morning.
After breakfast.
Yes, do you like sausage?
With all my life.
Oh. Well, meet us at the Sitting Duck and whip up some breakfast sausage.
By then I'm sure the Creeds will have my office under lock and key. But I will dream of your sausage, dear Rootmoore. Maybe once you've cleared my name. Go.
All right, you sure you don't want to hold on to this axe?
Oh, don't tempt me. She'll find her way home, and if not, maybe she'll find her way buried into the head of my accuser.
I'll remember that.
I wish you luck, for the last time.
It's very dramatic.
Scarab, I hope to see you again.
And if you don't, it's because I fear death.
As do we all. And he turns and walks back into town.
I love you too.
Hey, pal, I'm sorry, but I think he's kind of into Sausage Boy.
I think so too.
I have that way around people. It's okay.
Just swaying in
Don't
sausage.
be ashamed.
Oh, Drunga.
We meet here tomorrow. We meet here, at this gate. We travel the path they traveled.
Agreed.
Understood.
I won't be sleeping in that bar tonight.
Nope, me neither. I will go back for my stuff, though.
Of course, they're good people, I promise. Just a little racist. Maybe someday I will realize that they're not good people. But for now, I know them, they're just a little racist. I have somewhere I need to be. I'll see you in the morning.
Same. Here at the butcher's in the morning.
Monet will go back to the inn.
Yeah, Rootmoore goes with you, gets his stuff out of the room, and he starts to walk out, and then he's just like, fuck. Nowhere to sleep. And then he goes back into the room and closes the door and pushes the dresser in front of the door.
Well, what they won't know won't hurt them.
He hides.
Oh,
Slides the butcher's body under the bed.
But he does, like, stop before he goes to bed and just falls on his knees and looks up.
Torag, forgive me, I've failed you tonight. I've lied. But please see it as to save someone's life.
And then he goes to bed. It's a anathema to lie as a worshiper of Torag.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Maybe Scarab will know the weight of that someday.
Can't believe you do that.
Yeah, it was in the moment. You know, he's hoping for forgiveness for the reason of why he lied. It wasn't for selfish gain or anything, but
Maybe someday he'll realize that the reason he lied is because he wished that he was in that room that night. Because he does love Scarab.
It's just a love triangle. I love Scarab. The sheriff loves me.
Scarab loves money.
Scarab, you got anything going on tonight?
Scarab is gonna whistle for Pig. Pig's gonna come find him. He's gonna hop on Pig's back, and they're gonna ride to Jacques' house. Pig's gonna stay outside the front gate. Scarab's gonna hop off his back, and as quietly and sneakily as he can, Scarab's gonna open the little gate at the front, walk up to the front door, put the ring on the ground in front of the door. Can you hear anything inside of the house?
Roll perception.
15.
Silent as the night, and the lights in the windows are dark. Unless...
Can I say something?
Yeah, if you want to. I don't know if you wanted something to go on. Just given a nothing noticed.
Jacques was part of the mob, so he's not there.
Definitely that guy!
He killed my dad!
I mean, if Scarab presses his... It's a small house.
Chicken coop.
It could just be a moment of like, if you wanted to, he could be listening in and the door could open.
What time is it?
Late, middle of the night, probably 3-ish in the morning.
Scarab does hear footsteps inside approaching the door.
Yeah, he was like leaning down to put the... Yeah, hearing the approaching, Scarab is going to quickly put the ring at the at the floor of the door and attempt to run and hide off at the side of the house, just off to the side. I will let you know that the pig is clearly standing by the gate, and it's bigger than before. But Scarab scampers.
After a couple of moments, Scarab, from afar, sees the door open, and Jacques steps out. Turning and closing the door behind him, he looks down and sees the ring. He turns back and looks over his shoulder and sees Pig. He leans down and picks up the ring, stepping inside, seeming to place, like, just kind of leaning in the door. Seems like he places it on a surface nearby and then closes the door behind him, looks at Pig again, and then walks away. He has, like, a big wicker basket attached to his hip, and he walks to a nearby field. Or a clear, like, you know, like a green belt. And he just walks away.
Yeah. If the camera panned in on the Scarab who's hiding at the side of the house, you would see a sadness in his eyes, but also like a small sigh of relief.
Glad to see the ghost is leaving the house.
Yeah, still dressed head to toe in his plague doctor get up. But yeah, when he turned to look at Pig, he just kind of stared at him for a while and then turned as if he didn't see anything.
Come, Pig. Let's find a place to rest.
Thank you, guys.
Are you crying?
No, why thank you.
Huh?
Why thank you.
It's very sweet.
I care.
As you once again settle in for the night, one of you begins to hear in your sleep, tong, 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 tong. In Rootmoore, you find yourself following the tinging of an anvil.
I'm in big trouble. Shit.
You look over your shoulder and you see behind you a massive glorious and gleaming dwarf with a beard almost made of fire,
Oh my
working
god.
over an anvil, sparks flying as he hammers away. Tong, 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 tong.
Prithee, be careful.
He's in shock, he's in amazement, and he's terrified. He's a God-fearing man.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Like, holy shit. Like, he slowly walks up to where he just walks at an angle to where he will be seen. I imagine he's holding his warhammer, the weapon of Torag, and he takes a knee and lays the hammer on the ground and just bows his head and doesn't say anything. He just waits.
As you approach, the figure seems to grow more distant and yet closer at the same time, distorting this view of this dwarf that is before you mountainous. Enormous inside, so you feel like an ant approaching it. And as you bow down and wait, the effort does not stop. You hear the toil of his work. The tong tong, tong tong. His bulging muscles rippling with every strike against the steel as sparks fly beyond his beard, which itself seems again made of flame, and piercing blue eyes gaze down upon you as the final hammer strike rings out. Tong 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 tong. The figure leans over his anvil, a massive, looming presence that fills you with an enormous sensation of pressure and heat bearing down upon you. Bright, blazing, steely blue eyes glare down upon you behind furrowed, red brow.
He's beautiful.
He points his massive hammer down at you, raises it up far over his shoulder, and brings it down again on the anvil. Tong, tong. Raises it up once more, far above you, casting you in shadow. And the hammer raises up once again far over his shoulder, before it comes hurtling down in your direction, and you feel the pressure grow and grow before it stops.
Forgive me!
You can't help but look up in that moment, and you see the massive hammer of Torag mere inches from you. But it's not the blunt of the hammer pointed at you. It's the flat of the head. He gestures in your direction, his steely blue eyes staring down on you. And he gives you a wry smile and a gentle nod, before you hear once again, tong, 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 and your eyes snap open to the first light of morning.
Oh my god. It's terrifying.
Thank you, Torag. I will not fail you again. I gotta get my shit together. Where are my friends?
He gets up and frantically starts putting his armor on, grabbing all his gear, and heads straight for... Well, no, he's gonna make sausage first. And then he'll go...
His daily toil.
Yeah. And then he'll go to the butcher's house.
You guys got anything going on?
Now, Scarab would just do his normal daily of making a few bullets. 10 to be exact.
Then as each of you wake in tow and perform your morning rituals, you make your way to meet back at the butcher's house, where you find your companion Rootmoore in waiting, gleaming armor and the fresh smell of seasoned sausage in the air.
Yeah, he's got a handful for each of y'all.
Here's one bulk of sausage.
Rootmoore, even as you've been waiting here for your companions to arrive, you couldn't help but notice that throughout the early mornings, several curious village passerbys would come by to peer over the fence at what had happened the night prior, having heard the rumors in the morning. There were even some who were there present the night prior, and as they walked by, they give you a confused, if not accusatory, glance before quickly looking away when you see them. The people can't help but be curious, and somewhat afraid. What if it had been them, their friend, their neighbor?
Can't blame them. They're all weak, unfortunately. Alas, we will find what the deal is with these damn kobolds. Shouldn't have let that one get away.
Yeah, well.
Oh, yeah, hi!
Hey, buddy, you ready?
Yes, didn't see you there.
Good. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, have some sausage.
I'm also here.
Ah!
Just standing like in the shade of the like roof. She's just standing there, and as you guys are like greeting each other, she's like, "Me too."
Been sitting here for an hour. You've just been looking at me like an asshole.
I mean, I was listening.
Ah.
I just didn't have anything important to say, so
Would you like some sausage?
You should eat.
Sure.
Ah, there you go.
It's really good.
Now let me roll a crafting check on these sausages.
You see how good they are?
That's a natural 20.
Oh, best sausage you ever made.
Yeah, as you bite into them, they have a wonderful snap. The most delectable of juices, and the meat is tender and well seasoned. It fills your mouth with flavor and joy.
It's gonna be a good day.
Monet
Imagine-
starts crying.
Imagine if every bite of that juicy sausage popped the same as that first bite of the juicy sausage. It's just constantly popping like, oh my goodness. Oh Lord, how many casings are in this?
Am I rolling an at 20 now? I want a sausage.
What a waste.
Woo-wee!
Oh, glistening.
Glycerin. Rolling on days go by. Well, that's my good roll for the day.
It's fantastic.
I say we just follow these tracks.
See where they go.
Keep your eyes open. Perhaps they'll go back to the Crucible. But maybe not. They might not.
Very good.
Do you have a do you
Yeah. Right here. Here you go.
Do you own?
do you do you have a quest update for me for the Dark Moon Beast? Because the two bullet points I have for the Dark Moon Beast are: we found a warg in the woods in front of some ruins and guarded by wolves. The warg and the wolves are dead. Hobgoblin said something about a hole in the ground with stairs going down.
Yeah, for Darkmoon Beast, it would be return the head to Jarlbane and inform him of his logger's safety.
Yeah, we can do that on the way out.
Yeah, I was just worried about the villagers. I mean, it'd be cool if we can get a reward.
I mean, you got a free night plus meal and drink, which
Yeah.
you all went to bed without the meal and drink, and I'm sure that, what's her name? I'm sure the
Ergen.
barkeep, yes, Ergen Talk. I'm sure that Talk would honor the food and drink portion of it.
Even though she accused the
No,
boy.
She was saying
She
her
presented
part.
evidence called apart by the creeds. Because that's something to pay in mind. Just because somebody supplies the creeds with what they need doesn't mean that they're against you. They're just
Yeah,
absolutely not against the creed.
Yeah, and it wasn't
Trying to save their own ass.
Exactly.
And it wasn't necessarily like he did it because of this. It was like, here's these facts that I have. Not necessarily helpful to us, but not.
I was presented a writ
Detrimental
this
either.
very evening for a room for each of these adventurers.
Will be
Plus, she watched a
fine.
mob, flash through her tavern and drag someone out, and very much followed them into the crowd.
We'll just need to bring more heads back. Kobold
Yes.
head and the butcher's head. It's proof.
Well, preferably attached to his body and still alive.
But if he's dead,
Then there's an open market for me. This is wrong. We shouldn't talk about this close to town. They're gonna hear us. Let's go.
We got 5-0 behind us.
I heard the dwarf wanted to replace the butcher.
So we're going to go talk to the people or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can drop the head off, see if we get a reward. You know?
Actually, Scarab's gonna stay out of it, just in case. He's afraid to. He doesn't want to deal with them. He's clearly not necessarily welcome. I don't know.
Ah, no problem, oh boy. We can walk in there, turn the head in.
You do recall when you first came to town that there was kind of a weirdness about when they saw you, especially with the two bird folk, like walking around. The loggers referred to y'all as beasts or monsters. And that was already a sentiment before all of this. So I think that maybe wanting to lie a little low is probably a safe bet.
Yeah, he's totally cool with it. He'll wait out in the field with Pig.
Monet, stop yawning. Did you not sleep last night?
I did. It's just that breakfast sausage.
Ah, yes. That's when you know it's good. It makes you want to take a nap.
I'm ready to sleep.
First thing in the morning.
Let's go turn this gross head in. It's really starting to smell.
Yeah, it is. A shame, because there's also that scent of the breakfast sausage, and it makes me hungry, but nauseous at the same time.
Ah, it's weird like that.
It's a weird feeling. Let's go.
Who's carrying the head?
I've got the head.
Okay. You make your way to the lumber camps, and as you approach, Scarab and Pig wait off to the side as the two of you make your way within. As you approach, there are many of the workers who are on their way out to begin logging, and they make their way out of the front gate. And they see you approach, and they see the head of the beast in your hands, and many of them can't help but stop and gape and stare as you walk by. Before long, you find yourself in the center of the lumber yard. And there you see Yarlbin, the great, large man with his red hair and red beard. And he's in the middle of barking orders to others to get to work and grab their tools and be ready. And he turns and he sees you approach, and he stops mid-sentence.
Excuse me? Are you Yarlbin?
Aye, that's me. Who are you?
Ah, the ones who killed the large warg. And he presents the head.
We were told to bring this to you.
He is openly amazed. Completely taken aback, his silence is broken as he snaps back to reality.
Oh, there's no gravity.
And who told you to bring this to me?
Scarab.
That wee little bugger, he did it.
He did it! Men, gather round! And the loggers begin to convalesce around you.
You see that there?
And he points at the beast's head.
There. The great grey-pelt beast. Gone, laid bare before you. My friends, I don't know how to thank you.
Money wouldn't hurt.
Quite short on change. We're actually heading back there to clear out the threats.
Well, money, eh?
Okay, hold tight. He turns around and he moves back to his office. He's gone behind the door for a moment, and you can hear the loggers like whispering and murmuring to each other in amazement at the beast's head.
You want to hold it?
They recoil.
Pretty cool, huh? Pretty gross.
As he returns, he's hefting behind him a small bag and a bottle. And he says,
Well, you know, we're not too wealthy as we are, but considering I asked you a great personal favor, and you are stopping my men from dying, I can't help but feel you ought to be rewarded, and so here you are.
and he hands you a bag. And the bag clinks as he drops it into your hand. And
For your trouble,
one of these. And he hands you a bottle.
What is it?
well, it's brandy. Quite good brandy at that.
Wow.
Nice.
I hope you'll toss back a drink in celebration of your victory, because I know that we will, as soon as you're gone. We don't want to party with you.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes, we thank you. There is one more thing you could do for us.
Oh, aye.
Speak highly of the kobold, Scarab, and let people know what he's done for you.
Well, we've had our fair share of run-ins with kobolds, but he's done us a kindness, and he's never done my men no harm. Least, as far as I can. But
You hear gunshots ring off in the yard.
these men have seen your deed, and rest assured when they go home, the rest will know. Now, hand me that wee beastie's head.
Ah, yes, there you go.
All yours.
He takes the head and he follows you to the front gate, and as he gets there, to the front, he takes the head and places it on a torch mount, and then takes the back of his axe and slams into it, mounting it in place.
Let this be a warning to all other beasties that the men of Falcon's Hollow are not to be trifled with.
The men cheer and clap
Now get back to work, you lazy sods!
before they all disperse and shuffle about.
There's just
Toil, toil.
There's a Minotaur and an Etten looking over the wall, and they're like, damn. Don't want to mess with these guys.
Up here!
Well, Rudy, I'd say that went pretty well.
Awesome.
Dude, I got a bag full of candy.
I got brandy. I don't think that's candy. I think it's money, actually.
I've been
Oh.
eating it.
Let me open it up.
You feel a great hand on each of your shoulders as he leans in over you.
Now, I don't normally do this, but thank you. I didn't want to say it in front of my men, but I really appreciate what you did. Now, they're all a bunch of sods, asses, and farts, but they're my sods, asses, and farts, and I don't want to lose any more if I can. So, thank you. And if you see that little shiny bugger, tell him he's got a friend in Yarblin.
Is he hot?
Ginger Hagrid?
Yeah. Is he Ginger Hagrid?
Yeah, he's Ginger Hagrid.
Oh, I mean,
Couple scars.
okay.
Very good.
Gives you both a clap on the back, and then turns about yelling at other people to do more shit.
Have a sausage. It's delicious.
Kind of his
He
thing.
says to the open air.
Oh,
Best sausage you ever ate drops it on the ground.
nice guy.
In Torag's name, drops it.
Funny. Okay, well, we'll go back to Scarab.
Yes, how much gold is in this bag?
Yeah, as you open the bag and look, you estimate it to be about 170 silver.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Very good, very good. Keep this silver between us. Don't tell Scarab.
Understood.
Just kidding, no.
Oh, okay.
Never would have had this job if it weren't for him.
I would never.
Unless.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're contractually obliged to hand over all of that silver. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway,
I do like your humor, though. All right.
Oh,
Ha 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 ha! Look over there. Slips of gold in his pockets. Very funny of you. Look somewhere else.
Scarab, we came out on top.
What does that mean?
170 silver.
Oh, nice.
and a bottle of brandy.
Yes.
Was he happy that you brought him the head, or he just wanted
Oh.
to give you money for it?
Very happy.
Okay.
He was happy.
He said thank you.
He's not a bad guy. Not a bad guy.
He said you're always welcome there. You're a friend.
I still don't feel safe, but he's cool.
Understand.
Understand.
Okay, but hey, money.
Yes. Let's continue following this trail.
I guess there's only one way to go.
You made it big. It went all over the screen.
why do you speak so cryptically?
I don't think that was cryptic. I think
Well, for the people that can't see the screen, it sure as
Oh,
shit was.
sorry.
You made it big.
Wow.
All over the screen.
I pushed F11 on my computer,
They covered the full of the screen.
making roll 20 all of the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't see him press F11. So I was like, how'd that happen?
How big?
How big? How big that?
How big is this? How did he big this? No.
You double back and resume the trail of the town's butcher. Before long, you realize it runs parallel to an earlier set of tracks. As it meets and travels along the river, deeper and deeper into the woods, once again, new tracks dug over old lead you back to the crucible. The muddied prints lead through the front door, before winding down the halls, through the room that smells of fetid wet dog. And before you find yourself in the great warg's chamber, standing before a staircase carved into the ground, surrounded by a circle interlaid with dwarvish symbols, some carved and recarved, and a staircase that leads below into the dark. As you stand here at the precipice of this descent, once again, you think of all you've had to endure to get here, and in the silence you hear the faintest whispers of words unintelligible, the sound of skittering, dripping, and the squeal of rats.
Scarab pulls out his gun and you hear a...
It would be a good spot to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
The curse. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, because if we don't,
The curse caravan.
if we're not stopping, the next thing I was gonna say wasn't like a cool thing. It was, I'm gonna do a perception check on the stairs. So like, it's
And we'll
not.
see the result next week.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be like a very good place to
Yeah,
stop.
it's stairs.
I'm like, are we still going? Or... Okay, sorry. Here, you want to read it at the exact same time?
No.
No, shut up.
Do you want to read it? I don't care. I'll read it.
No.
Okay.
It's
You-
fine. I know. It's because it was funny. I'm not very good at reading it. But I think it's kind of funny that I'm not good at reading.
I wasn't either until I started doing intros and stuff. Now I've gotten like really good at, okay. Sorry, just sucking my own back.
Why is it?
Patting myself on the dick.
The Curse Caravan uses... Sorry, just patting myself on the worst. Because I just imagined that being at the beginning of it. And that made me
Just patting
laugh.
myself on the dick. The Curse Caravan is brought to you.
The Curse Caravan uses trademarks and /or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc. used under Paizo's community use policy. Paizo.com/community use. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. The Curse Caravan is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.
Thank you, Paizo.
Love you, Paizo.
Let's be friends.
Let's be friends.
Oh, Paizo.
The Cursed Caravan theme music and the beat you are hearing now is written by our very own Matt,
Thank you,
aka
Matthew.
Scarab.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you, Cody.
Baby.
Baby. We would like to thank Michael Gelfi Studios, the world reference for tabletop RPG audio, for the music and ambiance that you hear in our episodes. You can find out more about them at michaelgelfi.com. Check out their Patreon and YouTube links in the description.
Thank you, Michael Gelfi.
Thank you, Michael Gelfi.
If you play D&D or Pathfinder with your friends,
Or just draw.
pull up that Michael Gelfi.
Yeah, just for like anything. It's great.
No other TTRPGs though. That's the rule.
Please leave us a comment and rate us 5 stars on your podcast app of choice, especially Apple Podcasts. Spotify also allows you to rate and leave comments. We are also now on YouTube, so now it's even easier to leave
Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Oh, be nice.
Yes, be nice.
Please be nice.
If you choose to, we may end up reading your comment on the podcast, which would be cool and fun and make us happy. So if that sounds cool and fun and happy to you, do it. Also, if you have questions, feel free to email us at thecursedcaravan@gmail.com. We may answer you on the podcast. So yeah, get those comments coming in and let us know what you think. All of our contact information is in the description. Our YouTube is also, you guessed it, The Cursed Caravan. Thank you for being a traveler upon this, the caravan that is in fact cursed. It's The Cursed Caravan. Thanks.
Later, skaters. Bye-bye.
Hey, bye.
Bye-bye.
We make a lot of money from the beer company and the politics.
I mean, Cody, it's kind of up to you to bring us in, brother.
Hi, welcome to the Cursed Caravan podcast, sponsored by chickens.
I mean,
You can't just...
I mean,
You can't start a campaign like that. Well, you've all made your character sheets, and I mean,
well, you hear.
what do you do?
what are we doing? I gotta know what you do to know what happens. I don't know.
You know what I did already.
Last time on the Cursed Caravan podcast.